Many a martial artist likes more, likes something different, not knowing the truth, and the way is exhibited in the simple everyday movements because it is here. They miss it. If there's any secret, it is missed by seeking. Now, how can I use this passage to my benefit when it comes to my training? Well, I usually look into three particular words that Bruce Lee once wrote was simple, direct, and non-classical. Very cliche. When I'm training, I always use my tools to be functional and effective because of the fact that when I'm 80 or 90 years old, I want to be able to use them. Because of the simple fact is, well, that's the key word, because it's simple. If it's simple, then it's easy to remember. Now, how can I use those three words, simple, direct, and non-classical, to make me a better fighter or to help me self-defend myself? Let's get back to this passage here. Many martial artists like more. Now, in the Tao Jeet Kune Do, the word more has quotation marks around it. So when we look into more, I always feel that putting in more to whatever you're trying to do gets in the way of simplicity. Always heard these words uttered by Bruce Lee that it's always a daily decrease. For some odd reason, the word more sounds like a daily increase. Now, looking to the word more, this daily increase, I found two things: simple response and a choice response. For simple response, there is just one stimulus. And when it appears, you need to respond with the one response there is in this type of experiment. Choice response, there are multiple stimuli, and each stimulus requires a different response. Now, mind you that when you learn self-defense, you're learning some sort of technique. Ask yourself, is this technique that I'm learning, will this technique help me to defend myself against a person who's attacking me? Simple responses can only be executed properly with your tools if there is a simple stimulus versus choice responses, where I see is a technique, series of movements, a choreographed steps that has an end result. Now, if you have choreographed steps, how can there be any adaptability? There's that word, adaptability. Now, let's get back to the passage. Not knowing the truth and the way is exhibited in the simple everyday movements. Now, the truth. What's the truth in combat? The truth is, fights are not pretty. They are ugly and they are uncomfortable. I know people who are learning martial arts feel that they won't get harmed, they won't get cut or bruised. And unfortunately, it's very delusional. And I tell my students this all the time. You have to expect that you will get cut, you will get punched in the eye, you will get some bones broken. If you can accept that fact, then you can proceed with your training. But if you can't, you're living in the fantasy world, unfortunately. Okay, next line, because it is here they miss it. If there is any secret, it is missed by seeking. Let's be real honest, there's no such thing as a secret technique. You know, a lot of people who join martial arts schools, they seek that secret technique when the real secret is hard work, the consistency of being simple, direct, and non-classical, which brings us to the beginning of this passage. The more daily increase is a little too risky because of the responses, simple and choice. Something different, the flashiness, which is not really direct. So, what's it all mean? Well, you got to ask yourself this question. What is my goal? Is my goal to learn the flashiness that is not direct to impress my family, friends, or whoever, or learn how to be simple and direct and be non-classical to my approach to self-defense?